The basic principles underlying the free market, as Adam Smith taught them to his students in this university, are really very simple. Look at this lead pencil. There's not a single person in the world who could make this pencil. Remarkable statement? Not at all. The wood from which it's made, for all I know, comes from a tree that was cut down in the state of Washington. To cut down that tree, it took a saw. To make the saw, it took steel. To make the steel, it took iron ore. This black center, we call it lead, but it's really graphite, compressed graphite. I'm not sure where it comes from, but I think it comes from some mines in South America. This red top up here, the eraser, bit of rubber, probably comes from Malaya, where the rubber tree isn't even native. It was imported from South America by some businessmen with the help of the British government. This brass ferrule, I haven't the slightest idea where it came from, or the yellow paint, or the paint that made the black lines, or the glue that holds it together. Literally thousands of people cooperated to make this pencil. People who don't speak the same language, who practice different religions, who might hate one another if they ever met. When you go down to the store and buy this pencil, you are in effect trading a few minutes of your time for a few seconds of the time of all those thousands of people. What brought them together and induced them to cooperate to make this pencil? There was no commissar sending out orders from some central office. It was a magic of the price system, the impersonal operation of prices that brought them together and got them to cooperate to make this pencil so that you could have it for a trifling sum. That is why the operation of the free market is so essential, not only to promote productive efficiency, but even more, to foster harmony and peace among the peoples of the world.
Oof. So that should be everyone's first introduction to Milton. It's a mind-blowing idea that the majority of us will never think about when we go throughout our day or even our lives. But it's very important. And it's important because it's all around us. It's everywhere. And we need to understand what shapes everything around us. That's not to say that what he's depicting here shapes everything around us. However, it has a massive impact on everything, from the camera that I'm filming on right now, to the microphone, to the computer, to the house that I'm in, to the pipes running through the house. I mean, when you start to understand the price system and how it works and how it's affected everyone in the entire world, what he's saying there is so profound that the majority of these people don't speak the same language, would probably have hated each other if they met, may even be at war with each other, and yet cooperated in some fashion, some form, to create products, goods, services. Some people make products, goods, and services that allow other people to make products, goods, and services. And when it's done in a free market, it thrives and it benefits everybody. It's an important thing to think about. It's an important thing to understand. I have, a lot of people, they cast a lot of hate on Mr. Friedman here for a plethora of different reasons, especially those that are, that just don't like capitalism for whatever reason and are more either socialists or just think that the capitalistic system isn't what it's cracked up to be, as for what they say. That's what they say. However, if you're interested in Milton, his Free to Choose series, it's a 10-part series. It's pretty excellent. They go through he takes you through many different ideas, and then afterwards he has a debate. There's one side that's kind of on his side, and another side, a counter argument. which is something that we need to do also as a society, because that's what fosters our opinions. That's what shapes us into who we are, and it allows us to effectively formulate and sharpen our arguments. A lot of things that we say and do, may not necessarily make sense, in the grand scheme of things. Maybe we haven't really sat down and thought about it. But it's a very important thing to do, and he is one of the pillars of my thought process whenever I think about things, whether it be in society, in economics, in politics. Milton is a very important part, the OG libertarian that, just a tremendous guy. So if you can give him a take a listen to him, I don't think you would, I think you'd be, very, very pleased what you find. In the beginning, it's very hard because you're probably going to disagree. You're going to have a little bit of dissonance. There's going to be a rub there, because he's going to push you into thinking things that you haven't thought in different ways that you haven't thought about before. But that's a good thing, because on the other side of it, if either you go along with him or you don't go along with him and go to a different path, at least you've been open to the new idea and the new method of thinking. And you can now reason around it and understand it and formulate your own conclusions based upon more information. Guys, thanks a lot for coming out. Please, if you can subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate it. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a comment. If you hate Friedman, comment down below why. I would like to know why. If you love him, also give me a comment. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming out. We'll see you again on the next video. Thank you.